Hiya folks, we're back in the cabin and we're back on the fizzy again. So I want to try and get the front forks all together now, get them back in the frame, get the thing up on its wheels, and I've also got to do the head race bearings, which I've just put the bottom parts in the actual headstock. Let's show you. So I've actually got the new headstock seats in there, one in that side and coming around this way. The top one is in there, so all ready to go. This is the ball bearing type. I opted for the original style rather than the tapered seated bearing. So I've got all that's new there with a new nut there as well. So that's all got to go in. So I'm going to concentrate on getting that on. The top yokes have got to go back on. There's still some other parts to clean up. I'm going to need that. And I'm also going to need that to go for the headstock. And have a look at our bits of parts over here. I'm going to need the headstock, which I think is in here somewhere. Now the wheels and mudguards, I'm just going to give these a bit of a clean up. They look like they will go again without too much hassle. So look, I think that's a replacement part, this one, so I'll get that out so we can work on cleaning that up with some metal polish or whatever. The swinging arm there, as you can see, is all painted and looking lovely. It's actually painted and lacquered rather than powder coated, so I'm well pleased with that. The front mudguard, pretty much the same. Again, not in the best of condition, but I think that will clean up a treat, to be honest with you. There's no real rot on it, but not sure if it's a pattern part. I think it probably is, but that can come out as well. The wheels and tyres are pretty decent, I think. They just need a good sorting out. So let's have a look at one of the wheels, for example. This is the front wheel. So bringing that over here. The actual rims are in very good condition, and if I remember rightly, this had got a brand new tyre on it. You can see the actual residue of the tyre seal around the edge there. It's a Pirelli MT65 on the front of there. So just spinning that round. The disc is pretty much okay as well. That could do with a bit of a refurbishment. The central hub there wants repainting, I suppose, so I could take that off and give that a good clean up. But again, not a lot of work needed there. The rear wheel, let's have a look in here. Again, should be pretty much okay. Again, the rim is pretty much okay there. It's going to possibly need just a bit of a polish up and all that. That will probably need to be repainted, so I'll get that sorted out. And coming in here, I'm going to need to do the centre stand. So I'm going to powder coat that. Need sandblasting first of all, so that can come out. I think it's a little bit... Is that a bit bent there? I'm not sure. Not too sure there. Yeah, I think that's a bit bent round, so I'll have to straighten that up a bit, look. So I can do that, that's not a problem. I'll stick that over on the sandblasting cabinet at the moment. In here, you've got the shrouds for the front headlight. They'll want sandblasting and powder coating, so they can go up there. And what else have we got? We've got the headstock. Oh, there's the foot pedal there, isn't it? Look, that wants powder coating really, doesn't it? I'll sandblast that and powder coat that as well. That can go up there. So still a few bits to refurbish. There's me headstock. Again with the steering lock on it as well. That could do with a bit of a going over as well. There's the old bearing seats there, which have got to come on one top and one bottom there, so I've got to get them off. So I'll give that a powder coat as well, but I will have to remove the lock mechanism, I would imagine. So I'll put that over on the workbench for the moment, that one. So as you can see, there's not really many parts left to deal with in here. You've got a few shafts there, obviously. That's another torsion arm, by the looks of it, with a spring on the end of it. That can be done. Oh, the fork oil there. I've already done the fork oil, so that's not a problem. Didn't realise I'd bought that. And what's these here? These are the covers for... They need polishing up. Like that. The pedal mechanism arm needs sorting out. Well, that gives me something to go with at the moment, so I'm going to get these bits done. And also that bit there, look, that's the brake arm there, isn't it? For the rear brake system, so I'll probably give that a powder coat as well. Straighten it up, it's a little bit bent in it, so I'll get that sorted. Right, I'm going to make a start on these, folks, and I'll see you in a minute. I spent about an hour and a half sandblasting, or media blasting. So here's all the bits I've done, folks. Look, I've got the two shrouds there for the front forks, the centre stand, the back brake lever as well is done there. I'm still doing this at the moment. I think that's going to be a silver in colour. Somebody painted it black actually, but so yeah, we're getting there. But so hot in this workshop, really hot. And then I want to get this centre part out of this rear wheel. The brake hub looks like someone's painted it silver. So if I can sandblast that. Brake pads actually look alright on it, to be honest with you. I would imagine it's been done. But we've got to clean all that out inside there. Some little fill of the wheel bearings. Wheel bearings are as smooth as anything, so I'd imagine it probably has been restored to a certain extent. They're new wheel spindles in there, you can see them, look, see how shiny they are. They hold the sprocket on, so that's obviously been done. So yeah, just a little sympathetic clean up. The spokes are dirty, I'm not really too worried about them at the moment. But that won't stop the bike from running. I can always do that at a later stage or whatever. Just want to get the bike back on its wheels and assembly to start. So yeah, a couple of bits to strip down here. Just take that off of there. Mask all the underside up and give that a good sandblast. So I'll do that next. Right, so I've got this headstock now, which I'm going to obviously have to try and refurbish. Now looking at these, it's got anti-theft screws on there, so I'm probably not going to be able to take them out. So what I'll do, I'll tape up the lock mechanism now, and I'll probably end up powder coating the whole lot in one go. But before we do that, I've got to get this bearing seats off of here, top and bottom. So if we just well, start taking this apart, I suppose. This will polish up this top nut and chrome type of washer there, so that can come off. This big nut, there's a new one of these in the kit, so that can come. Let's put these back in order like that. And a new cover shroud as well, I've got one of them, so that can come off. Now this bearing here, oh, it's loose, look, there we go. So that one just lifts off facing downwards. Stick that there for the moment, but this one at the bottom, I would imagine, needs to be tapped off the shaft. So let's move over to the vise and clamp this in the vise and just start drifting this off. So we'll just roughly just clamp this in gently for the moment, like that, and just try and drift off this bearing. Yeah, it's coming up. There we go. Well, that's come off of its little shaft. So what I'll do now, I'm going to give this a sandblast now. So I'll see you in a second, then we'll put the new bearings back on. Right, okay, there you go. Sandblasted. Now I'm going to leave the bolts in for the moment because I'm going to powder coat the heads of them as well. Yeah, the rest of it's all right. I did cover the lock barrel up. I'm probably going to powder coat the actual lock as well. Not too bothered about that. And that'll all be one colour then. So there we go. So that's what we're left with. I will probably just cover the lock area up with a round disc of tape there, just to leave that silver, but the rest of it I'm going to probably just have black. All I'll do now is just give it a clean down with some acetone, or if you haven't got acetone, I'm using carb or brake cleaner. Bear with me. And what everyone should have in their workshop, some blue roll. So just give that a wipe down. Just any contaminants that might be on the surface after the sandblasting, just make sure they're all off. You'll have residue on there, so it just helps the powder coat adhere. And what I'm going to have to do is to mask up the inside shafts there, because they're a tolerance fit, and also the shaft with the bearing seat on. So I'm going to mask all that up, get it ready for powder coating. And I will just blow it off with a heat lamp first of all. I just use one of these gas blowers, and it just brings all the little imperfections to the surface and burns them off. Ready for the powder coat. There we go. And there you go, that'll be ready now. That's all you need to do. Right, I'll lay that on that tissue there. Mask it all up, and then I've got some other parts to powder coat, what you've already seen a little bit earlier on, and I'll clean them up and do the same to them with that. So I'll see you in a minute. Let's give this a go. Using the black gloss at the moment. This is the easy coat system from Electrostatic Magic. You've seen me use it many times before. You only need about 3 to 4 psi here. There you go, that'll do. Get my mask on. Right, off we go. So, all you're looking for is full coverage, and that you can't see any of the surface underneath, grey surface underneath, which I think we've got full coverage on every single part there. Now you don't want to touch that now, because that dust will just fall off. But if you do accidentally knock it, you can just recover it again. It's not a problem. Right, this is only a temporary setup which I've got here, which I've said before many times, but when I sort my workshop out properly, I'll create a corner with an extract fan going out, which is what I had before actually, if you watch my earlier videos on powder coating, and it just takes the vapour straight out right next to where you're spraying basically. So that's what I will eventually do. But once I get set up in here properly, don't forget we've come straight in here after we've rebuilt built this log cabin, and yeah, so let's get these powder coated. I've got the silver one to do, the brake lever, so I'll do that afterwards once we've got these ones cooking. So I'll see you in a minute. So the oven's up to 200 degrees centigrade at the moment. Put that in there, just move it along. See, I've wiped it off with my hands that a little bit there. I'm going to take that one out again. I caught it with my hand. Just washed a bit of it off, look, see that? So I'll just give that a little recoat. So I'll put the other ones in for the moment. I'll leave that one till last. So you just got to be a little bit delicate when moving it about. So, shut the doors. Check the temperature. Yeah, just turn it up a little bit for a minute, because I've had the door open for quite a while. I'll just touch that other one in, and I'll put it in when I put the silver one in. So because I caught that with my hand, as you can see, wipe the powder off, I'll just give it a quick dust over again, and that's it. Just a quick blast, and that'll literally take a second. Great thing about this, you don't get any runs or anything. There you go, done. That's simple. Right. I'm going to clean the gun down now. You haven't got to see me do that. If you want to see me how that happens with this easy coat system, have a look at one of my previous videos in this playlist on the fizzy restoration, and you'll see just how to clean this gun down. I'm going to change it over to silver now to do that brake lever. Right, I've just measured their temperature. They're up to 180 degrees centigrade, the parts. Let's have a quick look. Here we go, to show you why they're still hot. You can see they've got a lovely shine on them, and they're going to do the job now. So I'm going to get them out now and put these other two in, and I'll come back to you when they're all nice and cool and we can have a look at them. Okay folks, them parts are now completed and they can go towards the end result. I'll show you what it's like. Two of them are still very hot at the moment, the silver one and also the top yokes, the steering yoke, so I can't touch them, but I'll show you the other ones. So here they all are, and I think you'll agree these should be okay to touch. There's the finish on them, and it's basically like a factory finish there, so I'm well pleased with that. That's one of them. There's the second one there as well. You can see the shine on them, look. And as I say, once this goes off, this powder coat, it is durable, hard, and that's it. There's the centre stand there, as you can see. That's, again, I'm well pleased with that, the way that's turned out. There we go, all underneath. Lovely shine on it, all the way around. So that's ready to go back on. And this one's still roasting hot. That's come out of the powder coating oven just now, as you know. And I think this one's going to be, yeah, that's too hot to hold as well. But there's the brake lever there, and there's the finish. I don't know if you can see that in this light, can you? But you get the idea anyway. But yeah, there you go. Well chuffed with that. So that's the final parts there. Oh, and also the there's that bracket there, and I'm also powder coated that spring as well. Look at that little spring there, just to finish it off. And there you go. That's the parts there. So a host of parts there, as you well know. I know I've got the car parts there at the moment for the Morris Minor restoration I'm doing. I've still got a few more things to do. Like, as I said to you before, refurbish these wheels, get them tidied up. A few other bits and pieces. And I can't actually start to assemble it now because in a couple of hours' time, we're leaving to go to Manchester Airport and go on holiday for 10 days. But time you're watching this video, we'll be obviously in Turkey anyway. Anyway, hope you're enjoying these videos, folks. I know it's a bit spasmodic. I'm trying to put one out every 7 or so days at the moment because we've had a lot of work doing around the garden. If you go over to my Butler's Empire, you'll see that we've refurbished our hot tub room outside and also had some fence work down the bottom of the garden, and that's had to take a precedence over my projects. I'll be back on the Morris Minor very soon as well. I want to paint the engine and then I'll be ready, once that engine's painted, to start putting stuff back into the engine bay and getting that all sewn up, and then we'll be working underneath it, just doing a few steering joints. There's a tiny little bit of welding I want to get done as well, so we'll be doing that probably in the next couple of videos. Anyway, thanks very much. Do have a little binge watch of my videos. There's loads there, folks. There's over 1,000 videos. Something there you're bound to like if you like anything mechanical or restoration wise. And we'll see you in the next video, and until then, bye for now.